Western Ghats have been internationally recognized as the richest area of genetic biodiversity in the world. Located on the south coast of India is the tiny and beautiful state of Goa, rich in its natural resources of rivers and fertile lands. From prehistoric times, Goa has been the land of settlement of the earliest man. Civilizations have always flourished on the banks of great rivers. Today's Goa derives its name from one such great river, Gomati. Later on, the Gomati River was called Mahadei, or popularly known as Mandovi. Over the years, this Mahadei has become the virtual lifeline of Goa. Mahadei originates in the heart of Western Ghats from a remote village in Degaon in the neighboring state of Karnataka. Mahadei winds its way through Goa with its tributaries namely Varvanti, Kotrachi, Surla, Ragada, Khandepar and Bicholim before embracing the Arabian Sea. The Mahadei or Mandovi River Basin drains almost half of Goa's area, covering 6 talukas, namely Sattari, Bicholim, Pardes, Tiswadi, Sange, Ponda and 192 villages within the Mandovi River Basin, with cultivable land of about 91,000 hectares. The Mahadei River Valley, with its climax evergreen forest, is a home to large variety of endemic flora and fauna. It has been recognized internationally as one of the richest areas of genetic biodiversity in the world. The Western Ghat is the home to world's rarest species like the rotten free-tailed bats, Tapozos theobaldi bat, etc. Even black panther, tigers and leopards have shown their presence here. Innumerable birds, plants and reptile species like the king cobra add to the biodiversity in this region. BirdLife International of England has officially classified this area as one of the endemic bird areas of the world. The world community has recognized this scientifically valuable habitat as one of the ecologically sensitive hotspots of the world, which deserves a World Heritage Site status. We set out for our discovery on Mahadei from Karnataka. Harshi village is situated deep in Malaprabha River Basin near Khanapur in Karnataka. Harshi, now a small dusty village, hundreds of years ago was a flourishing capital under the king Shivchitta of Kadamba dynasty. The Kadambas ruled over Goa for more than a century. The Hershey temple, with its architectural character and intricate details, resembles the one in Thamrisulla, indicating the influence of Kadamba period in Goa. In ancient times, the Kadambas used strenuous paths, perhaps along the banks of Mahadei, to access Goa. We followed the path used by the Kadamba rulers for reaching Goa from Hershey along the Mhadei river. On the way at Khanapur is a Malaprabha river which fulfills the needs of this town. Mismanagement of Malaprabha river by Karnataka is evident here. This river is now used for the domestic needs of the locals, which pollute the drinking water pumped to the reservoir. Due to its self-destructive plans, Karnataka plans to build a dam and divert the water from Mahadei river to their Malaprabha basin. Next, one of the planned dam sites we visited in Karnataka is Haltara, near Shorla. Haltara Dam is located across Haltara Nala, a tributary of Virdi Valbonti river. Chorla is one of the first villages on the Karnataka side bordering Goa. For ages, the people here are living in harmony with nature. The forest caters to their sustainable needs of food and firewood, and the Mahadei to their drinking and irrigation needs. With the worship of Mother Earth deeply rooted in their tradition, one can find idols of Gajalakshmi, Sateri. Gajalakshmi is considered the goddess of Jal, Jangal and Zameen, which means water, forest and land. In fact, several ancient idols were found buried on the banks here. The life in Chorla village is laid back and simple. While the men folk are busy in their fields, the women are involved in their day-to-day activities. The innocent children with their knife faces, although unaware of the impact of the dam on their lives, seem to be afflicted by a sense of fear lurking in their eyes. Traditional wisdom does not allow these poor people to be carried away by meaningless promises and short-term benefits of abundant water for irrigation and electricity. They realize that human intervention, like dams in this area, will lead to a submergence of forests and disrupt their age-old intimate bond with them, which provides for their sustainable lifestyles. They are opposed to any diversion and are ready to lay down their lives for protecting their means of livelihood. Karsa is another site for the diversion dam. This is located near the beautiful village of Surla in Goa. Surla is traditionally known as jewel in the crown of Sattari Taluka. With its rich natural wealth and biodiversity, it is a resource center for medicinal plants, herbs, and other species. Traditional silt-based cultivation or Puran Sheti, orchards, betel nut plantation are in abundance thanks to the waters of river Mahadei. Owing to its bountiful nature, pleasant climate, waterfalls like Ladkitso Dabdabo and Barazanancho Dabdabo, it certainly has the potential for sustainable ecotourism. But all this may be a thing of the past. On our visit to this area in January, we witnessed this alarming low level of water much before the summer season. With the Karnataka government hell-bent on Mahadei diversion, the future of the source of fresh water is anybody's guess. We followed Mahadei to trek the mystic area of Krishnapur, a quiet village set amongst the lush green forest. Guarding this area is an imposing chain of mountains, locally known as Akri Kokri. One of these appears like Lord Krishna in standing posture, which probably gave Krishnapur its name. Nurtured by Mahadei river, the people here are involved in traditional activities like farming and fishing. The presence of sacred water bodies like Pistyatso further add to the mystic nature of Krishnapur. Folklore has it that these dark blue waters belong to the protector of forests. Our enduring journey through arduous terrain was indeed rewarded by the sighting of the widower, the rarest bird, which probably, like us, could not resist the magic of Krishnapur. Further on the map in Karnataka was the pristine forest area of Kotni near Shapoli, which is another site marked for a hydroelectricity project by Karnataka. The natural beauty of Karnataka's Kotni area is indeed breathtaking and needs to be experienced. The river flows through thick evergreen forest, rich in its biodiversity. On our last lap on the Mahadei trail in Karnataka was the village Nerse. Here, the Karnataka government has recently proposed a main diversion from Banduri Nala, a tributary of Mahadei. If Karnataka succeeds in his plan, it could turn into a catastrophe, not only for Goa, but also for bordering areas of Belgaum, Khanapur Taluka and Nerse, from where this river originates. It is for this very reason that the locals here at Nerse are opposing the diversion of Banduri Nala. This proposed diversion will create permanent loss of water to the state of Goa. Moreover, Goa will lose its potential of hydropower generation due to this permanent loss of water. The small state of Goa is the lowermost basin and has a major stake in the limited waters of Mahadei for the sustenance of its fragile environment, economy, and water security. Agriculture and agro-based industries, which are the means of livelihood for the locals, depend heavily on the fresh waters of the Mhadei. If the freshwater influx is decreased by damming or diversion, the mean downstream velocity is reduced and will cause entry of saline water further upstream. This, apart from destroying agriculture, will disturb freshwater ecosystem and communities. Freshwater fishing, which is again a source of food and means of livelihood for the locals, will be disrupted. Tourism, Goa's economic backbone and a major contributor of foreign exchange to the country, is at stake. Goa's hinterland, with its lush green forests, beautiful waterfalls and landscapes, has a tremendous scope for ecotourism, which will be affected due to reduced freshwater. Mining has traditionally played a key role in Goa's economy. Mining export depends on hinterland waterways for rapid and unhindered transportation of mineral ore. However, the reduced mean downstream velocity can disrupt the smooth navigation of the ore-carrying vessels. Karnataka has more surprises in store for Goa. With plans of dams on the Katla and Palna tributaries unfolding, the very existence of breathtaking Dudhsagar waterfall is also at stake. The Goa government has already prepared a master plan for the Mahadei river basin, considering its future needs of water. Presently, there exist many water resource development schemes in the Mahadei river basin of Goa. There are 26 lift irrigation schemes and 52 bandaras in the Walpoi Taluka itself. The Opa Waterworks, the main supply of potable water to Goa, lies in the Khandepa river basin, a tributary of Mahadei. Recently, the Goa government has constructed several new bandaras on the tributaries of Mahadei, like Ragada, Verus, and Mahadei in Sattari Taluka. The available water resources for conservation and utilization are 1,531 cubic millions, which is far less than the projected requirement of 2,674 cubic millions by the year 2050. Hence, Mahadei is already a water-deficient basin and there is no scope for any diversion. Under the pretext of supplying drinking water to the people of Hubli-Dharwad region, Karnataka plans to construct series of dams and diversion dams on the Mahadei. In reality, the diversion is for meeting the never-ending needs of the powerful sugarcane lobby. Water from Mahadei is then planned to be diverted to the Malaprabha basin. This is a result of gross mismanagement and deforestation done by Karnataka itself. The so-called need of Hubli-Dharwad can easily be met by marginally reducing irrigation needs in the Malaprabha basin or harnessing the Kali or Beti rivers which are just adjoining the Hubli-Dharwad regions, rather than diverting the Mahadei from hundreds of kilometers away. The Kaveri and Krishna rivers are testimony to another kind of controversies with other neighboring states. The bond of water, forest and land with human being is an inseparable one. But short-sighted policies and vested interests have not only devastated land and jungle, but have also exploited water to such an extent that it has reached the brink of doom. The International Commission of Large Dams states that during the last 175 years, over 600 dams have failed worldwide. Karnataka, in the name of development, has already destroyed and ruined vast hectares of dense forest land in places like Sharavati, Kadra, Kodasali, Supa, Petti and Aganashini Valley Forest. And now, it is the turn of the Mahadei. Mankind, as a race, is already paying a heavy price for the destruction till date in terms of global warming, erratic climate changes, reduced rainfall, and extinction of species. The writing on the wall is clear. Unless we stop the destruction of nature and its resources, the catastrophic and irreversible effects on human life and environment will be seen not only in Goa and Karnataka, but the world as a whole. Man cannot assume the role of creator of nature, nor will he be able to replicate the creative work of nature. Man has forgotten how to be a good guest, walk lightly on earth, and live like the other creatures do.